Hey, I'm going to show you how to create your own bespoke timeline in Elementor without using any third-party plugins or any funky code. We have a timeline completely built and it is so easy to do. And this new improved method is even brilliant for the mobile as well. So let's get started. I'm going to click over here and I'm going to add in a parent container with two child containers for the left and right hand side. You can do this with section and columns as well. Bear in mind though that if all of your items are going to be on one side of the line, you don't need to have two containers or two columns. You could have it all in one column. So we now have a container and two, and I'm just going to go in and rename these. And then on the time container, which is the parent container, I'm going to ensure that this is a boxed width of say about 800. And I'm just going to zero out all the margins and padding. And then on the top, I'm going to say give me about 50 from the top and 50 from the bottom. Unless you want your line to go all the way top to bottom, that's not a bad thing to do. And if we go to the left container, I'm going to make sure it's on full width, and I'm just going to zero out everything we have there, and the same with the right hand side, just because I'm in full control over how it looks. Now on the right hand side container, staying in there, I'm going to go to the border and I'm going to give it a solid border. I'm going to give it about 2 on the left hand side, and I'm going to go for a slightly light grey colour like that. So there we go with our line. That's how easy it is. If you try and preview that, you're not going to see anything because there is no content at the moment. We have a line, but look, until you have content, it won't be visible. So bear that in mind. Let's now add in our content. So I'm going to go and pop in a icon like this. Just drop that over there. I'm going to change the icons to be a circle, preferably one with a dot. Here we go. Dot circle like that. Now, what's really important, though, is we need that to be sat on the line. Because look, if I do that, you will... There you go. You can now see the line. It's faint, it's thin, but the line is there. And that line will grow depending on how much content you have in here, by the way. So let's just go and move our line over. Let's go to the right container, make sure that it is aligned to start at the left, basically at the start, and it's moved it all the way over. Then we're going to click on the icon, go to the advanced tab, make sure you zero out the margin and padding, and on the left hand side we're just going to move it over until something like that. I think -16 works for us. What I will do is go back to the right container, and I'm now going to align this to be in the center. What we can now do in that container is add some further information. Now there are two ways to do this. I'm showing you the way with icon header, but then I'm going to show you another way which has it all built in one. I'm going to drop the heading to be sat, well, so I've actually put it in the wrong place. There we go. The heading is now after the icon in the right container. The problem is, though, is that it's gone directly below. So if we go to the right container, even though I've aligned it, it's actually set as a column. So let's go and change that to be a row. Okay, so now it's sat after one another. I am going to enable the wrap functionality because we might end up wrapping loads of items in there. This is the more complex way of doing it. I'm very quickly going to jump onto the easy way, but I just want to show you this so you know there is flexibility, okay? So if we now go back over here, I'm just going to pop this to be at the start and ensure that that is in the center like that. And then I'm going to go to my icon, go to my width, go to the custom, and I'm just going to set the width to be, in fact, it doesn't even have to be that. That is, one is actually okay there, but it was on the heading. If I go to my width now, if I adjust that to be something like that, in fact, it won't even be there. Let's just put a header 1. Have the header next door to the icon, but it doesn't look perfect even on preview. It's still, I mean, it's not perfectly in line. You could adjust that with some margin. But if I go back over here, we're still not getting the full height. So on the right container, I'm going to say, give me about 30 at the top and 30 at the bottom. And we view that now. That looks a little bit better. Do a little bit of adjustment, like I've done -10 to the header over there. So what we now have is this going on. And what's really, really cool about doing it this way is that I can add in whatever I want, however I want, and I can display it in whatever style I want to go for. So if I drop in, We've got icon, heading, and image now. I could have the image sat below, I could go into it, and I could start to adjust the width of it. Now, believe it or not, when you want to put items on the left-hand side, you actually build it on the right and move it over to the left to make it more easier to work with when you get to the mobile version. If you start putting things on the left, now they're in two completely separate containers. And that's a heck of a lot more work when you come to mobile responsive. So here's what you can do. I could duplicate, say, this icon that we have here at the moment, and now it's gone and sat there. I could pick it up and put it below the image, so it is now over there. It was hidden away by view a little bit. I'm going to go over to this image. So I'm going to make the image be a full width. So that pushes the icon to now go below. And now look, it's back on the line because we duplicated one above. I'm just going to make sure this image, in fact, is left aligned like that. And you might not want it to be bang on the line, for instance. So again, you would just go in and adjust the sizing, like something like that. And then I'm going to go and grab in a text editor, and I'm going to drop the text editor to be here. Sometimes it doesn't drop in exactly the right place, so you just got to rearrange it. So now we have some text editor. What we now want is for that text to sit on the left-hand side, and not everyone likes this method, but what you're going to do is put in some negative left margin, because what you're going to do is first get it to be to where you need it to be. So I've gone with minus 380. Then in the right-hand side, type in the exact same value. And now it puts it back to the size it was. I can now see actually that is not entirely perfect. So I'm going to go with 400 and change that to be 400 as well. The very first time you do it, there is a bit of trial and error going on there. Also with the text editor, I'm going to do a little bit of custom width on it. And I'm going to go with something like 85% works quite well. And can you see now it's actually in line? What we now have is another timeline almost in a way. And look, if I was to duplicate this header over here and we go and drop that header, say, over there, let's just do the same thing with a 426 now. On the text editor, I've gone and added in a minus 15 just to push it up a little bit. If we just view that now, we're basically forming a timeline without using divider lines or anything like that. No third-party plugins or anything like that. This is really, really simple. Now, I'm going to add in another item here, but I'm going to use the easier way of doing it. So I've done it using individual icons and items. But rather than doing that, what you could have done is maybe just gone and typed in icon box. So let's go and drop the icon box in. And again, remember, when you start to drag and drop things in, they might not go in the right place, but just go and pick it up and make sure you drop it as the very last entry in your list, which you can now see over here. Now, what's really good about the icon box? Well, we get the icon, we get a header, and we get the text. So I could go over here. Let's go for, no, not icon. Why did I type that for? Let's go with circle dot again, which was this one. Set the size of that to be 30. And I'm just going to left align it. So now everything is left aligned like that. I'm going to go over to my content. At the moment, the icon is above it, which is going to be basically the top here. But if I go with left, can you see what it's done? If I go with right, it would go the other way. You can see what I'm doing here now. You know, it's not too dissimilar, just the spacing of your wording like that. So whereas with the text editor, I did a top margin, you can now manually just do it like this. Let's go back over to the content tab. Let's pop this one over onto left. The icon is too close, by the way. The icon is too close. Let me just go and add in a bit of spacing. And what you would then do is go over to your advanced tab, just 0, everything out. And I think we had minus 16. How quick and easy was that? So I've shown you the more complicated way, but this is a simpler way. Now, the reason why I showed you that is because I got the header almost bang on. Here, there is a bit of you can see it's not completely there. You could add in a little bit of CSS if you wanted to get it higher. Basically, that's what you would have to do to get it a little bit higher. You would have to get the, inspect it, get it, and then push it up. Whereas if you do it individually, you have much more control over it. Also, when you are working with the content box, you are slightly restricted to, say, the icon, the text, and the description. Go and grab a button and drop a button in as well. Remember, every time you try drop something, it tends to always go in the wrong place a little bit. Well, it tends to, sometimes it's better to stick it in the left one because the left one is actually technically empty. And then you just rearrange your items and put them where you want them to go. If I was to now completely duplicate that icon box, and again, now just rearrange it, and I'm going to show you how you sort this out in the mobile as well. Okay, it's really, really simple. We've now got the icon box there. I'll switch it over to be the right hand side, and then I will now just go in and adjust it. Here I've used slightly alternate values with 385 for the right and minus 400 for the left. And you know, I mean, it works, right? You've got your icon. And don't forget though as well that if you feel like right now this circle is too close to the button, but this icon box, well, I could, if I want, just do something like 50 away from the top. You don't get a break in the line. Okay, it works perfectly fine. Like you can see it over there. It's now pushed down and we still have that line. But how does this all look on the mobile? Not so good, right? It's looking pretty damn ugly. Well, look, don't worry about that. We have our time container. You would obviously go and change your size if you wanted to. We have our left container, which actually does not serve any function whatsoever. So I'm going to go to advanced, go down to responsive, and I'm going to completely, in fact, no, leave it. I'm going to hide it on the mobile so it's not there. Then we're going to go over to our right-hand side container, okay? We're going to go over to the advanced tab. We're not modifying the factor that is set as a row or anything like that, okay? Because we want to still have some control over the layout. We're going to go to the advanced tab, and this is where now you just have to have a little bit of a think over how it looks. So I'm going to go with 20 on the top, and we might as well go with 20 on the right, 20 at the bottom, but I might go with a 30 on the left because I just want to push it. In fact, no, it's not 30 on the left padding. Sorry, wrong one. It's 30 on the left for the margin. I was rushing it there. The 30 on the left on the margin now makes the line visible. Look, it is now there. And in some way, can you see now the content is starting to appear? We have gaps. This, again, is pretty easy to sort out. Identify the items that you've moved over to the right. Okay, look, you can see them here. And basically just zero them out. And you might just need to, I mean, just remember whatever value you'd set for any top or bottom margin adjustment. Give me about 30 from the top there. Take that away from 30 and just go and put a 20 in there, right? Bit of mathematics. You can adjust it and add as much space as you want, okay? And where we have over here, we had a text editor, which was all the way on the right hand side. Look, I'm just going to zero all of that out. It's now back to where it was. And I think if I just do about 15, I know it was more than that, wasn't it? There we go, something like that. And again, you know, just adjust it. I mean, once you've done it once, my recommendation is you do it once for your left and right. And then if you start duplicating, all of the mobile adjustments will be built in as well. If we go over to the icon box, just make sure you've set it to be how you need to be. So from the top, I might go with a 50 like that, okay? And look, again, the same thing over here. If we go to the last icon box that I had, I'm just going to zero everything out, make sure that content is set to be left aligned like that. Let me just do this again. Let me pop this to minus 16 like that, get it on the line. It is working. I mean, we've got a timeline. I mean, I'm just flying through it, okay? You would do it in a much more methodical way, but you can add whatever you want. You could add a divider line in that hits that line to create separations, or just use the borders, in fact, of your items. An accordion, you could add a slider in. You could drop a video in. You have full-on control over your own bespoke timeline, and it works for the mobile as well, which is why this is a super cool way of doing it. I'm Imran Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you soon.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag.